Imagine reaching the age of 74 and still feeling light, energetic, and in control of your body. Not weighed down by stubborn fat, not constantly tired, not struggling with diets that never seem to work, just steady, natural health. For many people, this sounds unrealistic. They believe that aging automatically leads to weight gain, slower metabolism, and declining energy. But according to doctors and long-term health studies, that belief is simply not true. Fat gain after 70 is not inevitable. It is often the result of small daily habits that slowly work against the body over time. The good news is that the opposite is also true. Small, intentional habits can protect your body, maintain your metabolism, and keep excess fat away, even in your 70s and beyond. Doctors who work with older adults consistently highlight a simple framework. Not a complicated diet plan, not strict calorie counting, not extreme restrictions. Instead, they focus on 5 powerful diet words. These are not trends, they are principles, easy to remember, easy to apply, and incredibly effective when practiced consistently. Today, you will learn these 5 diet words. More importantly, you will understand how to use them in real life so they actually work. Because knowledge alone does not change your body. Daily action does. Let's begin. First, it is important to understand what really changes in your body after 70. Your metabolism naturally slows down. This means your body burns fewer calories at rest than it did when you were younger. Muscle mass decreases over time. Since muscle burns more calories than fat, losing muscle reduces your body's ability to burn energy efficiently. Hormonal changes can affect appetite, fat storage, and energy levels. Physical activity often becomes less frequent, either due to lifestyle changes or joint discomfort. These factors create the perfect environment for gradual fat gain. But here is the key point. None of these changes force you to gain fat. They simply mean that your habits must adjust to your body's new needs. That is where the 5 diet words come in. Diet word number 1, portion. Portion control is one of the most underestimated tools for maintaining a healthy weight. At 74, your body requires fewer calories than it did decades earlier. However, many people continue eating the same portion sizes out of habit. This creates a small daily calorie surplus. Not enough to notice immediately, but enough to lead to steady fat gain over months and years. Doctors often recommend a simple approach. Eat until you feel satisfied, not full. There is a difference. Satisfaction is when hunger disappears. Fullness is when you feel heavy or stretched. Learning to stop at satisfaction can significantly reduce calorie intake without creating feelings of deprivation. Using smaller plates can help. Serving food once instead of going back for seconds can help. Eating slowly can help. When you eat slowly, your body has time to signal that it has had enough. When you eat quickly, it is easy to overeat before that signal arrives. Portion control does not mean restriction. It means alignment with your body's needs. That alone can prevent unnecessary fat gain. Diet word number 2, protein. Protein becomes increasingly important as you age. One of the biggest challenges after 70 is muscle loss. This process, known as age-related muscle decline, reduces strength, balance, and metabolic rate. Protein helps slow this process. It provides the building blocks your body needs to maintain and repair muscle tissue. Doctors recommend including a source of protein in every meal. This could be eggs in the morning, fish or chicken at lunch, beans or yogurt in the evening. Protein also has another powerful benefit. It increases satiety. This means it helps you feel full for longer periods of time, reducing the likelihood of unnecessary snacking. When meals lack protein, hunger returns quickly. This often leads to extra calorie intake later in the day. In contrast, protein-rich meals stabilize appetite. They support muscle, they support metabolism, and they support fat control. Diet word number 3, natural. This word has the power to transform your entire diet. Natural foods are those that are close to their original state. Vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and fresh proteins. Processed foods, on the other hand, are altered with added sugars, unhealthy fats, and artificial ingredients designed to increase shelf life and enhance taste. These foods are easy to overeat. They are often high in calories but low in nutrients. Doctors consistently emphasize reducing processed food intake, not because processed foods are inherently bad in small amounts, but because they make it very easy to consume excess calories without realizing it. Natural foods behave differently. They contain fiber. They require more chewing. They digest more slowly. All of this helps regulate appetite. A simple guideline can be used. If a food comes with a long ingredient list, it is likely processed. If it looks like something that could be found in nature, it is likely a better choice. Shifting toward natural foods does not require perfection. Even small changes can make a meaningful difference. Diet word number 4, hydration. Hydration is often overlooked, yet it plays a critical role in maintaining a healthy body weight. As people age, the sensation of thirst can become less noticeable. This means dehydration can occur without strong warning signals. Dehydration can affect energy levels, digestion, and even hunger perception. In many cases, what feels like hunger is actually thirst. Drinking water regularly throughout the day can prevent unnecessary snacking. It can also support digestion and nutrient absorption. Doctors often recommend drinking water before meals. This simple habit can reduce overall calorie intake by creating a sense of fullness. Hydration does not need to be complicated. Plain water is sufficient. Consistency matters more than quantity at any single moment. Small, regular intake throughout the day is the goal. Diet word number 5, consistency. This is the foundation that holds everything together. Without consistency, even the best diet plan fails. With consistency, even simple habits produce powerful results. Many people approach diet with an all-or-nothing mindset. They follow strict rules for a short period of time, then abandon them when they become difficult to maintain. This cycle leads to frustration and lack of progress. Doctors emphasize a different approach: sustainable habits. Doing the right things most of the time. Allowing flexibility without losing direction. Consistency does not mean perfection. It means repetition. Choosing balanced meals again and again. Drinking water daily. Managing portions regularly. Over time, these actions compound. They become automatic. They become part of your lifestyle, and they produce lasting results. Now that you understand the 5 diet words, it is important to see how they work together. They are not separate rules. They are connected. Portion control reduces excess calorie intake. Protein supports muscle and satiety. Natural foods regulate appetite and provide nutrients. Hydration supports bodily functions and reduces false hunger. Consistency ensures that all of these benefits accumulate over time. Together, they create a system, a simple, practical system that can be followed without stress. To make this even clearer, consider a typical day using these principles. Breakfast might include eggs and whole grain toast, eaten slowly and in a moderate portion. Lunch might include grilled chicken with vegetables, focusing on natural ingredients and balanced portions. Throughout the day, water is consumed regularly. Dinner might include fish, beans, or another protein source, again with vegetables and controlled portions. There are no extreme restrictions, no complicated calculations, just simple decisions guided by the 5 words. Now consider the opposite scenario. Large portions, low protein, highly processed foods, minimal water, inconsistent habits. Over time, this pattern leads to fat gain, low energy, and declining health. The difference between these two outcomes is not age, it is daily behavior. Another important factor to consider is mindset. Many people believe that change becomes harder with age. While physical changes do occur, the ability to improve habits remains. In fact, older adults often have an advantage. They have experience. They understand routines. They can recognize what works and what does not. By applying that awareness to these 5 diet words, meaningful change is possible. It is also important to avoid common mistakes. Skipping meals is one of them. While it may seem like a way to reduce calories, it often leads to overeating later. Another mistake is relying too heavily on healthy snacks. Even nutritious foods can contribute to fat gain if consumed in large quantities. Liquid calories are another hidden issue. Sugary drinks can add significant calories without creating fullness. Focusing on water instead can prevent this. Ignoring protein intake can also slow progress. Without enough protein, muscle loss continues, making fat control more difficult. Awareness of these mistakes allows you to avoid them. And avoidance of mistakes is just as important as following good habits. At this stage, it is helpful to reflect on your current routine. Are your portions aligned with your needs? Are you including protein regularly? Are your food choices mostly natural? Are you drinking enough water? Are your habits consistent? These questions are not meant to create pressure. They are meant to create clarity, because clarity leads to better decisions. Change does not happen all at once. It happens step by step, one improvement at a time. You might start by adjusting portion sizes, then add more protein to your meals, then reduce processed foods, then increase water intake, then focus on maintaining these habits consistently. Each step builds on the previous one. Each step moves you closer to your goal. And that goal is not just being fat-free. It is maintaining strength, independence, and quality of life. Because health is not only about appearance, it is about how you feel, how you move, how you live each day. These 5 diet words support all of that. They provide a foundation, a simple, reliable framework that works with your body rather than against it. There is no need for extreme measures, no need for complicated plans, just clear principles applied daily, and that is what makes them powerful. As you move forward, remember this. Your body responds to what you do consistently, not occasionally, not temporarily, but consistently. So choose one word, start there, apply it today, then build from it, because it is never too late to improve your health. Never too late to feel better in your body. Never too late to create habits that support your future. Portion, protein, natural, hydration, consistency. 5 simple words. 1 powerful outcome. A healthier, lighter, stronger life at 74 and beyond.